Hello, viewers. It's Cynthia Michael from Three Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called The Boruto Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to be so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Now, if you're over 18, then it's good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, we managed to escape from the research lab, managed to escape from the research lab. So basically, Boruto and others, informed the police in their town where the lab was located about Kawaki escaping. So basically, they figured the only way that he can leave this town is through the traces. So basically, Boruto and the gang went to the traces while Sarada tracked him down by following Kawaki's blood trail. Cause after the Yama bit him, went beast mode and bit his arm, he was bleeding pretty badly. So basically, Coffee knows that he's pretty bleeding very badly, and so basically, since he didn't eat anything, his regenerating powers are taking a lot longer to kick in because he hasn't ate anything yet. So basically, he knows that he needs to get some food in him. That way, he can regenerate fast, and he will make he will try to escape. So basically, he looked around town looking for food, but he knows that every cop was looking for him. So basically, he was looking. So basically, he couldn't just go out on the street, go to a vendor, but in his bad shape. Begging food and whatnot. So basically, he stuck to the alley, looking to garbage, looking for anything to eat. So basically, a delivery man who just head out, had dropped, from his wagon car, from his delivery car, a hot dog. A bun for this delivery man's wagon. So basically, Kawaki showed the truck hot up on that bar, this delivery man's wagon. He was about to eat it, and this stray dog was trying to fight. This little stray dog was trying to fight Kawaki over this bun. So basically, Kawaki, Crocky noticed that the dog was had some cuts on its leg, So basically, Crocky took the dog down without hurting him, and and treated, took his hospital gown, and treated the dog's wound, and decided to give him the hopped up bone because he felt kind of sorry for it, but he was trying to act all cool, saying that I don't eat food off the ground, so but you could have it. So basically, Clarky was, so basically the Clarky and the stray dog sort of better a friendship. Well, while that was going on, Sarada was tracking, Sarada and the young was tracking, Clarky's blood trail. Meanwhile, on the thunder train, Sai was telling Naruto that if you bring this boy Kawaki to the village, the organization is gonna come for the boy, and our village might be a war zone. So basically, Sai was telling him that Yeah, that Naruto. I know what you're thinking. If you bring that boy to the village, the care organization will come to the boy, and our business might be a war zone. And Naruto is like, I know that. My first job is to make sure that our business is safe from any threat. So basically, Naruto was still thinking about, was still after he was done talking to Chisai, Naruto was still thinking that about was still thinking over if if not to bring Corky back to the Hidden Leech village or not. So anyway, Boruto and the others, so basically, we see Boruto and the others were stationed at the train station waiting for Kawaki. So anyway, so far he did. So far, Kawaki has not shown up yet at the train station. So basically, both of the others decided to, join the police and look for Kawaki. So anyway, the stray dog that Kawaki treated its his leg, decided to steal some hot dogs from a meat vendor that injured him, to pay Clarky back for the hot dog fund. So basically, so basically, the meat vendor who injured the stray dog that Clarky helped instead decided to steal some meat from the meat vendor, and the meat vendor went chasing after the stray dog enjoying kunais at the stray dog. So basically, Sarada saw the saw the bender, going after the dog, and she decided to. So basically, she tried to stop the man from killing the stray dog. So basically, even though he's a meat vendor, he was kind of too powerful for Sarada to take down. So anyway, that's when Kawaki saw the stray dog being attacked by the meat vendor, and Kawaki transformed his arm and managed to scare off the meat vendor and save the stray dog from being killed by that meat vendor. So basically, Sarada was there, he was taking, Kawaki was taking the dog for giving him something to eat, and Sarada was on the scene, and make sure that the stray dog was, wounds were properly clean and whatnot with the healing spray that he got from the research lab and whatnot, treating the dog for injuries and whatnot. So basically, once he was done, treating the dog to injuries, once Charlotte was done treating the dog for injuries, Clarky told the dog to get the hell out of his face, and the stray dog to run away. So basically, Clarky forced the stray dog to get away from him. So basically, Shavada said, why did you do that? Because that dog, I don't want to see anything bad happen to that dog because of me. So basically, Shavada understand why Clarky did what he did, because he didn't want to see that stray dog to get hit, get hurt or killed because of him. So basically, he started to eat the hot dogs that the stray dog stole for him and whatnot. So anyway, Sarada went to check Clarky's arm and told that the bite mark that the Yama gave Clarky on his arm was almost healed. So basically, but Clarky was still kind of woozy after losing a lot of blood. So basically, Sarada was trying to get him like a bind, abandoning shot to help him get over the losing it. But Clocky thought he was trying to poison that Shredder was trying to poison her, and Clocky got Shredder by the throat. So basically, that's when the cops showed up along with Boruto and the others, and the cops using their scientific ninja two launchers fire a flamethrower at Karaki and Shredder. But lucky for Shredder, and Shredder was not home, but Karaki managed to get away and all the commotion. So basically, that's when Naruto's father showed up on the scene while Boruto went to chase down Karaki. So basically, saw it like sort of told him what the hell was going on. So basically, like Sai say, this is what I see. The boy is too dangerous. On top of that, the boy is dangerous. So basically, sort of told Naruto that the boy Karaki is not a dangerous person. Like it's pretty clear that his childhood wasn't a good one. He's been through a lot. He's not a bad boy. So basically, Naruto went to go look to Karaki himself. So anyway, Boruto and the others, cornered Karaki in the middle of the street, and Karaki was like, you know what, I'm not going back with you guys. I'm not going back to I'm not going back to lockup. So basically, that's when Karaki, took down some of the guard, some of the cops, and he activated his curse mark. His karma mark activated, and he shot a beam at the cops, but Karaki saw that a bull was in the path of his beam. Instead, he pointed his beam at a building. That way nobody would get hurt. But lucky for Naruto showed up in his nine-tailed cloak mode and blocked the beam from destroying the building. And he told Karaki, like, I heard about your story, so basically I decided to take you in my care. And Karaki is like, what's good, like, oh, finally the boss has finally showed up. So basically, like, before Naruto said anything, and Naruto told Karaki that, I will take you under my protection and care from now on. So basically, like, Karaki is like, why would you do this? Why would you take me under your protection and care after even though you don't know me? And he just passed out, and Naruto just hold him, like, and say that everything was okay. And that's how the episode ended with, with Karaki passing out in Naruto's arms, and Naruto saying to him that, don't worry, you're in my safe hands from now on. And that's how the episode ended, with Naruto holding Karaki, who passed out in his arms, and that's how the episode ended. So anyway, this was a good episode of Boruto. So basically, like, I can't wait till next week's episode of Boruto. So basically, this was a good episode of Boruto. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode of Boruto? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know with the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Cynthia Michael from Screw Review. Signing off. 1.